Oh yeah.
And now your windage is set perfect because your arrow is set perfect because we put a laser on it, take the sight off, put a laser on it, shine it back on the string and out to the tip, and it should go right tip. Adjust your rest so it's right to the tip. That's perfectly center shot. And then when you tie on your loop, you want to have your riser level, and then put a level on the end of your arrow and
Hmm.
adjust where that is going to go until
Hmm.
that is level as well. That tip of the arrow is level. Now you're square right angle. That's a perfect thing to go right straight through the arrow. All your force is delivered straight to the arrow. And then the way I teach with the closed stance, now all your force is going from the nock to the tip. Everything is going all straight lines. That's the max amount of force into that arrow.
Yeah. 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 That's what you want. Yeah. Definitely.
Kind of a long-winded thing, but it's
Yeah.
if you don't have the right stuff, know how to do it, well, you're gonna have somebody show you how to do it because there's a lot to it in doing that. And you mentioned third axis. If you don't have the right jig, you can't really set it anyway. You got to
Yeah.
have the
I
jig
mean,
that you can set. And
yeah. Yeah. Unless you're crawling up on your roof and shooting arrows down to the ground, but I mean, your neighbors, they don't appreciate that too much. So
no, for just for those that don't know, on your third axis, your sights, you have your windage and your elevation on level. Now, what does that bubble do? You have to have a bubble on your sight, and that has to be at your when you're horizontal and everything else sit there. Your bubble needs to be level. Now, what
Mhm.
happens when you tilt that bow down? Does the level stay in the center? If it doesn't, that's your third axis. You might have to shim one part of your sight if you
Mhm.
don't have an adjustment for it, which I've had to do, take a small shim and put it with one of the bolts to get it there. Some of
Yeah.
your higher end sites, you can actually adjust that third axis to get that. So now you're down and up. Because if you're
Yeah.
pointing down and the bubble's off, now you're canting your bow one side or the other to get it
Hmm.
level. And
Hmm.
now then, um, if you take your
Yeah. Your
pins are
windage
straight
is
up
going to
and
be
down,
off.
turn them sideways as you go different distances, it goes off the side, not straight up and down.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's really detrimental if you're running a slider. But yeah, I guess, it's something you take for granted. I remember like 5, 6 years ago, you never even heard anybody talk about third axis. But now I think most of the sites, even the lower sites, they have adjustments for third axis. But yeah, it is important, especially if you're tree stand hunting. You want your third axis to be dialed in because, yeah, if you're holding your bow in front of you and everything is level, but then like you said, you lean down, at a 35, 45 degree angle.